All right, this is Ubaid on behalf of V Electronics, and in this video, we'll be talking about your gross domestic product, okay, your gross national product, okay, your net national product, so on and so forth. Okay, so when it comes to your gross domestic product, okay, or GDP, this has to do with domestic production and consumption. Okay, so this is domestic, okay, production and consumption. All right, now when it comes to your GDP, economists, they avoid something called double counting, okay, which basically means the GDP is the final value of all goods and services. Okay, so this has to do with the final value, okay, final value of all goods and services. All goods and services. This is goods plus services. Okay, services produced within the economy. Okay, this is produced within the economy. All right, so when I say final value, it does not cover the value of intermediary goods. Okay, so subtract the value of intermediary goods. All right, so for example, if you were to use raw materials, okay, to produce something, okay, let's say you use ingredients to make a pizza. All right, now when you use ingredients such as dough, okay, your flour, okay, um, your sauce, your toppings, so on and so forth. Okay, when you use ingredients to make a pizza, okay, the value of the ingredients is not counted if you count the value of the final good, okay, which is the pizza itself. Okay, so if you count the retail value, for example, of the pizza, you don't double count the value of the raw materials or the ingredients used to make that pizza. Okay, and likewise, okay, if you do have goods and services being produced within an economy, you don't count the intermediate goods. Okay, it could be things like lumber, okay, mineral, gold, silver, platinum, okay, so on and so forth. So you don't count the value of those goods if you count the value of the finished product. All right, now apart from that, this is only your GDP. And as I mentioned earlier, this has to do with the domestic production and consumption. Now, apart from GDP, you also have another indicator of the economy in general. And this economic indicator has to do with GNP or gross national product. All right, so this is your GNP or gross national product. All right, now the GNP itself, okay, GNP covers both the gross domestic product, so domestic production and consumption, and it also covers your income and expenses overseas. Okay, so your income receipts. So this is income receipts from any money that you make from your business abroad. So income receipts. Okay, take away your expenses. So any money that you owe to businesses abroad. Okay, so let's say businesses abroad have investments over here in this country, in whichever country you live. And let's say you have to pay them money. Okay, let's say you have to send them their income every now and then. All right. So in that case, you have expenses. Okay, so money made by other investors abroad, okay, which is basically withdrawn from your national economy. All right. So this is expenses. So receipts, income receipts take away expenses. That would be your GNP. All right. Now from GNP, you also have something called net national product or NNP. All right. So this is your net national product or NNP. Okay. So this is your net national product or NNP. And the net national product or NNP, basically the way it works is you subtract your depreciation from your gross national product. Okay, so you have your GNP over here and you subtract depreciation. The reason why we subtract depreciation is because of capital investments. Okay, we learned in the last video that GDP is made up of four components. Okay, one of them has to do with your business investment. And when it comes to business investment, this is your capital investment in things like equipment, building, okay, tools maybe, if tools are expensive, okay, so on and so forth. Okay, so when it comes to capital investment, okay, such as machinery, your machinery depreciates over time. Okay, as a result of which you have to subtract depreciation from your GNP to get your net national product. All right, so we covered your gross national product, net national product, as well as gross domestic product. Okay, that's it for this video. On behalf of V Electronics, have yourself a great day.